All right. Let's
All right,
get
so
this
here
show
we go
rolling.
with the steamers. Feel free to
Cold
throw
open. Okay.
Oh shoot, cold open.
Cold
Baby.
open.
I'm flipping pages. I'm sorry.
Come on, producer.
I'm sorry. I'm so sleepy today.
Okay.
Here we go with cold open. Happy New Year. And 5, 4, 3.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and welcome
Morning.
to the first Mocha in the Morning show of the year where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and this is my co-host, officially Jorge, my cafe con leche.
Yes.
Listen, it is
Hey.
2020.
Yes, we're coming at you in 2020.
Clear vision, baby. Clarity.
On your digital TV screen.
That's right. A whole new decade is upon us.
Yes.
How are your holidays?
It's time to get it going. It's time to get it popping.
Get it popping?
Get it popping. Like, let's do this.
Oh, okay, well,
I'm all about it.
first.
Holiday was great.
Oh, yeah.
The
Holiday was real
great.
good.
It was
I
cute.
hosted people at my house. You know, I had to clean up and all that great stuff, but it was worth
Yeah,
it.
bombs over Baghdad and everything.
Oh, my Lord.
But
Oh, my Lord.
first, coffee.
Oh, my gosh. Mocha in the Morning is sponsored by Bill Curry Ford. All right, it's time for Mocha in the Morning. And of course, we have to start it out with a few of the steamers. What you got for us?
Yeah, I had to
today?
get a little sippy sip first.
Yes.
I got some great steamers for you today.
Okay.
And for you, too. RuPaul. First
The
of all,
queen.
Netflix is just like killing it with so much content.
Original, good content. Yeah.
So RuPaul's is coming up with a new, it premieres tonight, actually.
Okay,
On Netflix called AJ and the Queen. You can go to worldofwonder.com or .net.
Awesome.
And basically, it's about this drag queen saves a whole bunch of money to open up like its own like bar / club.
Okay.
And then someone steals the money.
Oh, no.
And then it kind of like, there's like the story of how like he gets like the hustle on and
Yeah.
to like, you know.
Get what you got to get the
Right.
coin back.
And there's some special little surprises that pop up
Ooh.
within the program. And
Okay.
of course, every single white person who's been on RuPaul's Drag Race,
Is-
boom,
got
is getting
that.
their SAG card.
Well,
Pretty much.
get that card, okay? That is so awesome.
Yeah.
My our forever first lady,
Yes.
Michelle Obama, is doing her thing
Yes.
as usual. You know what? That's one person that's never stopped working and doing her
No.
thing. But now she's launched her own new Instagram TV
Yeah.
series.
Isn't that cool? For IGTV. It's called MO on IGTV.
Listen. We watch it. I don't care what she doing. She could be out there pulling her weeds in her garden. We watch it.
I'll be like, she is the best.
Best at weed puller
Everything.
ever.
And her technique.
Yes. Ain't nothing going around it, but you know.
Anyway, so this is super fabulous news. So Taraji P. Henson. Hey, girl.
Hey, Cookie.
Okay, coming out with her own line of hair care.
Listen.
Okay, it's supposed to be featured at Target, but here's the kicker. Like, we're talking $5 prices.
That's where she's starting, y'all.
I mean, like,
affordable
Yes.
hair care.
Everybody can afford to have their edges nice and laid, your natural hair beautiful and curly.
Hey, whatever
Yeah,
you got to do to make
whatever you
yourself
gotta
feel good,
do.
use a few of Taraji's products to do
So I
it.
can't wait to see, like, what all is going to
Yes,
happen.
I'm so excited
You
for
know I love
her.
hair care products.
Yes,
I
honey.
need to.
All right, we'll be right back with Piping Hot. Stay tuned to Mocha in the Morning.
I love my products.
It's so special.
Mocha in the Morning is brought to you in part by the Portico Cafe, where conversation, connection, and community create change.
And welcome back. It's Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and my co-host, officially Jorge. Yes, we are back with your piping hot segment. And of course, we couldn't start our new year off without our contributors. Introduce the lovely ladies, Jorge.
We have the fabulous.
And she looking good, honey.
Everybody came
look like she needs to be on somebody's poster, honey.
I know.
Look at all the melanin.
No, we're not looking 2020. We're looking 40-40.
Hello.
Yeah.
Black don't crack, honey.
It's kicking it with Kia and Ray.
What's up, everybody? Happy New Year. Lost my voice, but I'm happy to be back with everybody. And we all look good. Fabulous in yellow, our suits, our flats, we look great. Yay.
Yes.
And we also have, now let me clear my throat, Dr. Jen Dobson. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. I am so happy to be back for 2020.
Yes, looking fabulous as usual, honey. Listen, let me tell you, our contributors have been doing the daggone thing.
Yes,
I've been following them on social media over the break. I'm like, look at them, all active, doing their photo shoots and activities with the family and
starring at other shows and podcasts.
I know. I saw you girls.
All right.
All right, let's get this thing popping.
Yes.
Literally.
Literally.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the most important thing going on in our world. The possibility of World War III. What is going on in this world? What are...
I need to take a sip.
You know what? Do you have something else in that coffee? Because, okay, listen.
Well, this is the thing. Like, all I'm going to say is that it ain't got nothing to do with me or Puerto Ricans and people of color.
What is it about?
I don't know.
Egos.
I was going to ask Kia.
Look, but seriously, we'll talk about it. I'm sure Kia's very, as our political person, she will have a lot of knowledge on this, I know. But one thing for sure, Megyn Kelly got schooled for the gods. Okay?
Yes, she sure did. It was really interesting because Colin Kaepernick, sent out a tweet, or he tweeted, basically his position on, the U.S. Assassinating General Qasem Soleimani. And we all know how politically active and socially active Colin Kaepernick is. And basically he just said, listen, this isn't anything new to brown or black people. It's typical, you have American white imperialism. It's not like a new thing. Yeah. And so Megan jumped in on that tweet. And she basically told him that, you can't blame this on racism.
And Ava DuVernay had to give her a little lesson.
Yeah, pretty much screen wrote her.
Hello?
Her lesson for the day. And we'll post each tweet.
Yeah.
So that way everyone can see what we're talking about. But I'm sure you guys saw it. Kia, what'd you think about the whole, Twitter storm?
No, I absolutely saw it, and I know you guys are going to put the tweets up, but I'll just read Colin's original tweet, and it said, "There's nothing new about American terrorist attacks against black and brown people for the expansion of American imperialism." And Megan responded, because everything is racist. Everything, even fighting against terrorists, is racist. Who kill Americans, Nike feeling proud. And that, of course, sparked a lot of backlash. And as a journalist, a smarter thing would have done for her to ask him directly, what does this tweet mean? Because to me, there were multiple interpretations that could have been taken from this. We all know when we do go to war anytime, the first people to go are the poor whites, the poor blacks, and the poor Latinos who are in the military. They go first, and they get the most harm. It also means that the people overseas, the brown people in these countries, are so used to getting attacked by Americans coming over, invading, saying, okay, we're helping you, but you're really taking over our country that we can't even fix ourselves. So there's multiple interpretations to the tweet. And Megan really should have asked before she opened her big mouth and shoved her foot into it and looked really stupid on social media.
Yeah, right. She probably should have stayed in her Fox hole.
Well, she left Fox and then got fired from NBC, so she really has no platform but Twitter right now. Let's call a spade a spade. She has nowhere to go but social media, unlike Ava DuVernay, who has multiple shows, platforms, and networks where she can, share her views.
Speak for others through her creativity.
Exactly.
Jen, what about you? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, so listen, Megan, didn't she get in trouble for saying blackface was cool? So
yes, she did. Yes, that happened.
So anybody who has that perspective clearly has no idea what is going on in the world around them. And that's privilege right there in a nutshell. She doesn't get it because she doesn't have to, because it doesn't affect her. It doesn't affect her, don't affect her family, don't affect her friends. So I mean, I wasn't surprised that she said it. I mean, that's the way she thinks. But
Yeah,
she's
true.
been wrong every time,
I have to ask this question. All of us are brown people on this show, and I know at least all of four of us, five of them, including my producer, know at least five people in the military. Where if
Yes.
this does turn into World War III, our friends are going overseas,
Yes.
and that's terrifying.
Absolutely. I mean, our producer is a military person herself, so I'm a military kid myself. So
yeah,
this
Navy
is
Brown right here.
Yeah. So I mean, we totally get it, but we'll keep you guys posted. And of course, you know, everybody's watching how this will develop. So moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Oh. So.
Do tell.
Oh my goodness. All right. So I need everyone to go to blavity.com and look at this story. Okay. So there is a group, right, of white men who are putting together this convention / conference, and it's called how to make women great again. Every single speaker is a man, and some of the topics are basically women are supposed to pay $2,000 for the cheap ticket, right? And they're going to have feminism mansplained to them at this conference in Orlando.
So you want me to pay?
Yeah, there's a workshop on like have more babies, how to be the perfect wife, how to up the romance, in your yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, when I saw all of the different like workshops and speeches and whatever, I was like, what in the potato salad with craisins in it is good? I'm like, I kind of want to go. Like, maybe we can get like a press pass because like I want to see who's gonna buy the cheap ticket.
Listen,
like,
I want to know who's gonna buy the ticket at all.
You know, there's gonna be people there.
That's so ridiculous.
Kia, you live in Orlando. Like, are you gonna go?
Honestly, my brain just exploded just now with what you just said. No idea how to go. Like my mind just exploded. If I could get a free ticket to go, I would go because I want to see what it's about. I mean, I just want to see what they're gonna say. But as a woman, I get mansplained to all the time by CEOs and by this and that. I just roll my eyes and keep it moving because I do know more than they do, which is fine. Check that. But what woman is really going to pay this kind of money for this? Like, a man is supposed to tell me what the perfect wife is when every person is different in a relationship. Like, it can't be, like, this is not something that can be mansplained or how to be beautiful, any of that kind of stuff that they think they can tell us about. If our own mothers and friends can't help us, then why can you all help us, complete strangers? Like, I don't understand how this is supposed to work.
Well, I don't understand how a group of white men are going to sit there and charge people, and charge women that kind of money and pretty much dictate to them what makes the perfect woman. Like women don't have like a say-so.
Super boo.
Yeah, I just
Jen,
think it's so bizarre.
Listen,
it's so weird.
Jen, you're the money person.
Look, obviously, only men would really know how women should act. Clearly. So, like, again, it goes back to privilege. Like, you are so clueless that you actually think that as men, you can come up on stage and you can tell a group of women how they should act, how they should respond, how they should have babies, how they should be wives, how they should do all of that because you know how to do that. Like, from a woman's perspective, like, it doesn't make any sense at all to me, but whatever. But I will say, from a business perspective, they about to get paid because listen, unfortunately,
she's not wrong.
There are a ridiculous amount of insecure women who really believe that men should be able to tell them how to do everything from taking care of their vagina to having babies to everything, that they will show up in the pursuit of either some kind of knowledge or the pursuit of these men. So I think that we're going to see a packed house, and I think they're going to make a lot of money. And I really, if y'all get press passes, I want to go.
Anybody want to hear the course list real quick? Does anybody want to hear the course list?
Sure.
Yes, run it.
Okay. Feminism and femininity, the war on motherhood, beauty and obesity, the attack on love and romance, how to raise your femininity by 500%, how to get pregnant and have unlimited babies, beat the competition and become the ultimate wife, and get in the best shape ever. Now, I'm fine with everything except for the get pregnant and have ultimate babies. That's where I find the most offense at. There are so many women out there who are dealing with fertility issues that have nothing to do with not being able to get a man. So that right there has already made me want to say, hey, let's get our pitchforks and burn this to the ground.
Right. Girl, a whole hot offensive mess. All right, moving on. Let's talk about something else offensive.
Yeah.
Okay, Ralph Lauren out here.
Yeah, it's so disappointing.
Selling $300 pants.
Yeah, khakis. Chinos.
With Phi Beta Sigma, one of our Divine 9 fraternities in the African American culture. Okay. So they're selling these pants. I went to the website. I saw it, $299. And Phi Beta Sigma is, I'm like, and even like with some of their other artwork, the Masons use, you know, like I'm just like, what is going on? Where is the checks and balances? Who is the person approving this? That said, who didn't check that Phi Beta Sigma is a national organization, international organization? Who didn't check the trademarks, the copyrights? What is okay? I'm sensitive because I'm Greek. And period. Like, what is going on?
Well, I mean, it's all great to me, but the thing is, I just recently watched a documentary about Ralph Lauren, right? And I really didn't know much about him. In 7th grade, I wanted the Polo cologne. That's all I really, like, kind of knew, right? After I saw the documentary and saw, like, how he came up and whatever, from immigrant family, started from the bottom, now he up, married his childhood sweetheart.
Made you feel all good.
I was like, oh, what a nice, what a cool guy. And then this happens, and it's kind of like, but I think also, like, it's in the world of fashion, not only Ralph Lauren, Chanel has done it, Gucci has done it, Prada has done it, and not only with African American culture, but with other cultures. Right. I mean, look, when Christian Dior had their latest, their Sauvage cologne, and it was, Native Americans in the background, they're like, yo. So, fashion can be very complicated, but I really think that if you want to sell your fashion worldwide, well then, first of all, you need to have somebody like to speak.
Yes.
On. I'm sorry, you cannot have a white man or a white woman be the head of ever like diversity department when like they have no clue.
Yeah, Kia, I know you're burning over there, girl. I see you.
No, I get why you're offended, and I totally understand because I went to FAMU. I'm not a part of the Divine Nine, but I'm definitely a person who went to a Black university and know how important not only the Black fraternity sororities are, but also the Mason symbol that also happens to be on these pants. I think what happened is I think this was a British design, and I know people keep saying, well, why aren't there Black people in the room? Black Europeans don't look at Greeks the way we look at Greeks. I think they just saw it as a good design and put it out there, and it got over to the U.S. side, and no one even thought twice about it. Because at this point, I feel like if people are thinking it's not racist, it's not offensive, it's not this, it's not that, we've checked all the boxes, it can go down the line. I don't think anybody really thinks it's a big deal. They did remove it. They called it an oversight. They apologized. These are not available anymore. But even if there are Black people in the room in other countries, they might not know this is offensive or they shouldn't do this. So it's really a weird situation that we're in with this, and I can't really fault them because if I was Black and didn't know anything about the Divine Nine, I wouldn't think there was an issue with this.
Yeah. Jen?
Yeah, that's true. And I didn't even think about Kia's perspective until now. But I will say, though, that as a business that probably sells most of their clothing in the United States, I'm assuming, or at least a very large portion of their clothing is sold here, then it was their responsibility to kind of check that and at least like reach out and be like, hey, we want to use the symbol as a cool, like we're going to give you a percentage, towards the universities and towards the programs. Like maybe they could have come up with a way to balance it out where at least they were giving money back to the fraternities. But that's not what happened. So I'm glad that they pulled it, but I think that they could have used it as a way to allow more funding for those different sororities, and that would have been great. Like, hey,
yeah, but at the end of the
30%.
day, it wouldn't have worked because it's a organization that only members are to wear those symbols. So
Yeah.
no, anybody just can't wear it. Shout out to Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Hey.
Woo-woo. Our Founders Day is on
Yeah.
on Monday, so
And they need to add,
you know.
they need to add like more boxes to check off than if they're going to be doing something. And the other thing is too, one thing about Ralph Lauren, the designer, what I learned about him is that even though this design maybe came from like across the pond, Ralph Lauren's like design essence is to capture, the essence of America.
Yeah.
And I add some more boxes to check off.
Yes, Lord. All right, moving on. Golden Globes.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh, no. So the Golden Globes were
Definitely not black.
Oh my God, it was a sea of white folk. Listen, let me tell you, we're gonna quickly hit on Golden Globes. We can't spend a lot of time on this.
Can we just talk about the best dressed women of color?
I loved Kerry Washington's outfit. I thought it was a little risky. I loved it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love Kerry Washington. So
I
like
do.
Kerry Washington.
I loved her. Beyonce was, she was Beyonce.
She was cute.
What were your favorites, Kia? Quickly.
I also like Kerry Washington. I wish the skirt would have been a different material because that satiny thing made it look weird around the stomach. I love Zoe Kravitz. I thought it was a really chic look, different patterns, different prints. I hated Jennifer Lopez. Like, I know it's the holidays, but she looked awful. That whole gift giant bow thing, it was too much.
I saw a meme that had her on top of a Christmas tree.
Jen, did you have any favorites?
I didn't have any favorites because I never watch it. But I don't watch it. I don't. It's just not. But I will say that I did see Kerry Washington's outfit, and I liked her outfit, but I didn't like her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've seen her in better hairstyles, and I felt like it didn't really match the outfit too much. But the outfit was sexy. I mean, especially because she had a baby, 2 years ago?
Yes.
Three?
She's looking flawless.
Yeah, and I was like, first of all, I hate you. Like, look at how great your body.
Are you kidding me?
Look,
Look,
like,
I haven't even had a baby, and I'm still trying to get my 2 years ago body.
Listen.
Right.
So here's some other things just quickly that we're going to talk about. So Queen's native Awkwafina was the first woman of Asian descent to win Golden Globe.
Good for
Grammys.
And I saw that movie. It was great.
Rami Youssef.
Yep.
On Best Actor. I think Muslim, right?
Yeah. Congratulations to him.
And then we cannot. People were talking about Tom Hanks' son speaking in patois. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. And then we're gonna close it out with Jason. Is it Momoa?
Yeah, Momoa.
His arms. I was like, did he not wear a jacket to
Why was there a problem? Why was there a problem? Like, why are people tripping about? Why are people tripping that Beyonce didn't stand up? When Joaquin Phoenix received like why is that news? Number two, why is it news that Jason Momoa wore? If anything, he did the Golden Globes a favor because people went back to watch it. Didn't see it just to see that.
Listen, shout out.
All right, Aquaman.
Go ahead, Lisa Bonet and your boo. Okay. And to close out our popping hot segment, we're talking Afrochella and the year of return to Ghana. Listen, Ghana's government hit a really good milestone. They had a great campaign to get folks back home. Their goal was to get folks in the African diaspora to come back home to the native land of Africa.
And you know what? Like, for those who are not of color, because I really love that term, diaspora. I like that word. Can you explain just a little bit what that is? And then I'm going to throw in my new word that I made up.
Okay. The diaspora is everybody of African descent who has a connection to the land. Everybody from I think we all have a connection to Africa.
Of course we do.
Absolutely. Okay, so everybody in connection of any sort to the African land, your roots, your ancestors, your heritage, they want you to come and feel where your people came from.
I call that Belagical.
Belagical.
Yes. Hashtag
Belagical. And everybody.
You know what that means, though?
Well, tell me.
Okay, so I thought if you take Black Girl Magic
And
and
put
make
it
it
together?
one word and hashtag it, you get
Belagical. Oh my goodness. Kia, Afrochella, the year of return. Quickly, what are your
Isn't it
thoughts?
Belagical?
Did we skip over the Golden Globes? Did I miss? Did we like break or something?
Oh, sorry. We were so quick. Yeah, we did.
Wait, you were so happy to get to the Ghana thing. You're like, oh, Golden Globes, white people, let's move on.
Right.
No big deal. But no, we can talk about that. I think it's great that a lot of people are going back. I think they're coming home. Slogan and theme to get people back. I think it was amazing because again, when we checked our Instagrams, every celebrity Black person was in Ghana. And I think also Shea Moisture also had a campaign that was actually flying people back to Ghana for a week. So I think it's amazing and beautiful. I hope people actually took an actual cultural trip, actually appreciated it, rather than just using it as the African version of Coachella to take pictures and post them on Instagram. Because that's
absolutely. And the year of return, I mean, I love that. And it had a $1.9 billion boost to their economy. Hello, Jen. That's some serious change.
That's very We Travel Different situation right there.
It really is. I mean, it was so smart, and honestly, like it just makes, because what has happened over especially over the last 50 years is people don't go to Africa because they don't think that there's anything really there. We had this whole African huts and blah 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 whatever. Yeah. But Africa, there's a lot of amazing cities in Africa that are just as big as Manhattan and LA.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing campaign. I mean, to get $1 billion for their country was brilliant.
Yes.
And it's going to go a long way. And I hope that they keep the momentum, and not just in Ghana, but I'd like to see that happen more so in South Africa as well, and other parts of Africa where people don't really venture to. We just don't know enough. I'm definitely going to be hitting up Africa in the next, 12 months, give or take. And I mean, it's just really important for us to start spending our money there.
So. Absolutely, I agree. All right, it was magical.
It was very magical.
All right, thank you, ladies, for being with us on our first show of the year. We'll see you next week.
That's fabulous.
Love you as always. You are amazing. And we'll be right back with more Mocha in the Morning.
Yeah, because now we gotta go to a break.
I just can't with him. Stay tuned for more Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. Your Mocha Minute is brought to you by blackinthebay.com, your online connection to everything that's Black in the Bay. And this week's Mocha Moments features some incredible images from the Year of Return and Afrochella. Check it out.
It's magical.
Yes.
That's going to be a thing.
It is. Hey there, are you enjoying Mocha in the Morning? Well, we're so glad that you are. We want your friends and family to enjoy it too. So please invite them to join us live on Fridays and also to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube.
I told you.
I can't do. You know what? Thank you all for tuning in for tuning in for this morning's Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. Once again, I am your host, Keisha Boyd, and this is my wonderful co-host, officially Jorge, my cafe, con leche.
Yes.
We are so excited for 2020 and all that we have. Follow us at Mocha Morning Show on all platforms, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And you can also look at us on YouTube if you'd like.
Yeah.
Make sure you share it and invite some friends to watch with you.
Yes, please. And also, super thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yes.
Bill Curry Ford, the Portico Cafe.
And Black in the Bag.
Black in the Bag.
All right, take care. We'll see you next week.
And we back in this bag.
Yes.